In this video, we will break down 3 artificial intelligence stocks that billionaires and institutional investors are quietly accumulating right now. These are dominant businesses sitting at the center of the global AI infrastructure build-out, companies that supply the essential technology that powers everything from data centers to advanced computing. The businesses we will discuss today have scale, technical leadership, and long-run competitive advantages that are extremely difficult for competitors to replicate. These are the kinds of companies that can compound value for years if their execution continues. Hit the like button, share the video, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next important financial investing update. Remember to do your own research before you invest in any stock. Let us start with the first company. Advanced Micro Devices, ticker symbol AMD, has quietly become one of the most important players in the artificial intelligence arms race. While much of the attention in AI hardware has focused on graphics processing units, the broader reality is that the future of computing requires a powerful mix of CPUs, GPUs, and specialized accelerators working together. That is exactly where AMD has built its strength. At its core, AMD designs high-performance processors that power everything from personal computers to the largest cloud data centers in the world. The company competes in extremely demanding markets where performance, efficiency, and innovation determine success. Over the past decade, AMD has transformed itself from an underdog chip company into a serious technology leader. What makes AMD particularly important in the AI era is the way the company has positioned its architecture for data center computing. Artificial intelligence workloads require enormous computing power. Training large models and running AI applications consumes massive amounts of processing resources. Companies that provide those processors sit at the heart of the entire AI ecosystem. AMD's data center segment has become a major growth engine. Its EPYC server processors are designed to deliver high performance with strong energy efficiency, which is a critical factor for modern data centers. Large cloud providers and enterprise customers rely on these processors to handle demanding workloads, including machine learning, analytics, and high-performance computing. As AI demand continues to expand, the need for powerful server infrastructure grows alongside it. Data centers are essentially the factories of the digital world. Every AI query, every model training session, and every cloud application requires computing power behind the scenes. AMD has positioned itself to supply a significant portion of that computing power. One of the biggest catalysts for AMD has been its push into AI accelerators. The company has introduced advanced chips designed specifically to compete in the market for AI workloads. These chips are built to handle massive parallel processing tasks, which are essential for training and running artificial intelligence models. The demand for these chips has exploded as technology companies race to build larger and more powerful AI systems. Data center spending related to artificial intelligence is expected to grow significantly in the coming years, and AMD wants to capture a meaningful share of that opportunity. Another major advantage AMD has built is its strong product roadmap. The company continues to release new generations of processors that improve performance and efficiency. In the semiconductor industry, consistent innovation is critical because customers demand better performance every year. AMD has proven that it can execute at a high level. The leadership of CEO Lisa Su has been instrumental in this transformation. Over the past several years, AMD has delivered multiple generations of successful products that compete directly with the best technology in the industry. This execution has helped AMD regain credibility with enterprise customers and large data center operators. Financially, the impact of this strategy is becoming increasingly visible. Data center revenue has become a major contributor to AMD's overall growth. As companies invest heavily in AI infrastructure, the demand for powerful processors continues to expand. The market opportunity here is enormous. Artificial intelligence workloads require specialized computing systems that combine CPUs and GPUs with high bandwidth memory and advanced networking. AMD's product ecosystem is designed to address exactly these kinds of requirements. Another important factor is the diversity of AMD's business. In addition to data center chips, the company also designs processors for personal computers, gaming systems, and embedded applications. This diversification gives AMD multiple sources of revenue and helps stabilize the business during different market cycles. However, the long-term growth story is increasingly tied to data centers and artificial intelligence. As more companies adopt AI tools and integrate machine learning into their operations, the demand for high-performance computing infrastructure will continue to rise. AMD's competitive advantage lies in its ability to design cutting-edge chips that deliver strong performance while maintaining energy efficiency. Data centers consume enormous amounts of electricity, so efficiency improvements can translate directly into lower operating costs for customers. That makes AMD's technology particularly attractive to large cloud providers. The semiconductor industry is also characterized by extremely high barriers to entry. Designing advanced processors requires massive engineering teams, deep technical expertise, and access to sophisticated manufacturing processes. Few companies in the world have the resources and experience required to compete at this level. This is one reason why investors often look at semiconductor companies as long-term compounders. When a company establishes leadership in a critical technology segment, it can maintain that position for years while benefiting from industry growth. Another aspect that makes AMD interesting is the global race to build AI infrastructure. Governments, technology companies, and research institutions are all investing heavily in artificial intelligence capabilities. That investment requires enormous computing resources, which ultimately drives demand for advanced semiconductors. AMD is positioned right at the intersection of these trends. Its processors power data centers that run AI applications, analyze data, and support cloud computing platforms used by millions of businesses around the world. When you step back and look at the bigger picture, the AI revolution is fundamentally a hardware story as much as it is a software story. Behind every intelligent system there are racks of servers filled with advanced chips performing trillions of calculations every second. That is the environment where AMD operates. As AI adoption accelerates, the demand for high-performance computing hardware continues to grow. Companies that provide the underlying technology for these systems stand to benefit significantly from the expansion of the AI economy. From a financial perspective, investors are paying close attention to AMD's ability to grow its data center revenue and expand its margins as new AI products reach the market. Continued execution in this segment could drive meaningful earnings growth over time. The company's strategy focuses on capturing opportunities in multiple computing markets while continuing to innovate in areas like AI acceleration, advanced processors, and high-performance computing systems. For long-term investors, the key question is whether AMD can continue expanding its role in the rapidly growing AI infrastructure market. If the company maintains its pace of innovation and successfully competes for data center workloads, it could remain an important player in the semiconductor industry for years to come. This video is brought to you by Value Stocks Investing Master Course. If you're looking to grow your wealth by investing in solid, undervalued stocks but not sure where to start, I created the Value Stocks Investing Master Course to teach you how to identify great companies, make smart investment decisions, and build a portfolio that lasts. Click the link in the description and pinned comments to get the course today and take control of your financial future. Now let us move to the second company that sits at the very center of the global semiconductor supply chain. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, ticker symbol TSM, is one of the most important companies in the entire technology industry. Unlike many semiconductor companies that design chips, TSM focuses on manufacturing them. It operates as a pure-play foundry that produces advanced semiconductors for technology companies around the world. This role gives TSM an extraordinary position in the global economy. Many of the most advanced processors used in modern electronics are manufactured by this company. When it comes to cutting-edge semiconductor production, only a handful of firms have the capability to operate at the highest level. TSM has built an enormous technological moat over decades of investment in manufacturing expertise. Producing advanced chips requires highly specialized equipment, extremely precise engineering, and billions of dollars in capital investment. The complexity of the process creates powerful barriers to entry. For companies designing advanced processors, partnering with a world-class manufacturer is essential. Semiconductor fabrication plants are among the most expensive industrial facilities ever built. The cost of developing new process technologies and maintaining state-of-the-art production capacity is enormous. TSM has consistently invested heavily to stay at the forefront of semiconductor manufacturing. This commitment to innovation has allowed the company to maintain leadership in advanced process nodes, which determine how small and efficient semiconductor components can be. The ability to manufacture smaller transistors enables higher performance and lower power consumption. These improvements are essential for AI workloads, which require extremely efficient processing systems capable of handling massive computational demands. Artificial intelligence has become a major driver of semiconductor demand, and TSM plays a critical role in enabling that demand. When companies design advanced processors for AI applications, they often rely on TSM to manufacture those chips using the most advanced process technologies available. As the AI industry grows, the need for advanced semiconductor production grows with it. That dynamic positions TSM as a central beneficiary of the AI boom. Semiconductor manufacturing is one of the most complex industrial processes on the planet. Producing a modern chip requires extreme precision, specialized materials, and highly sophisticated equipment that can manipulate structures measured in nanometers. The factories that produce these chips cost tens of billions of dollars to build and require years of engineering expertise to operate at scale. TSM has spent decades perfecting this process. The company has consistently invested enormous amounts of capital to maintain its technological leadership. As a result, it has become the preferred manufacturing partner for companies designing the most advanced chips in the world. This leadership matters even more in the age of artificial intelligence. AI processors require cutting-edge semiconductor technology that delivers both high performance and energy efficiency. The ability to pack more transistors into a smaller area allows chips to perform more calculations while consuming less power. That is exactly the kind of technological advancement that TSM specializes in delivering. The company's dominance in advanced semiconductor manufacturing has created a powerful economic moat. Competitors face enormous barriers to entry because building a world-class semiconductor foundry requires massive capital investment, deep technical knowledge, and years of operational experience. Very few companies have the resources necessary to compete at this level. As a result, TSM has become a critical partner for the entire semiconductor industry. Artificial intelligence is dramatically increasing demand for advanced chips, and that demand ultimately flows through companies like TSM that manufacture them. Every time a technology company launches a new AI processor, there is a good chance that processor is produced in one of TSM's fabrication facilities. This dynamic gives TSM an incredibly important role in the global technology supply chain. Another key strength of the company is its scale. Semiconductor manufacturing operates on a model where scale drives efficiency. The more chips a foundry produces, the more it can spread the enormous fixed costs of production across a larger volume of output. TSM's massive production capacity allows it to maintain strong margins while continuing to invest heavily in new technology. The company regularly spends tens of billions of dollars each year on capital expenditures to expand its manufacturing capabilities and maintain its leadership in advanced process nodes. This level of investment would be extremely difficult for most competitors to match. From a financial perspective, the growth of artificial intelligence is becoming an increasingly important driver of revenue. Demand for high-performance chips used in AI applications has surged as technology companies race to build more powerful computing systems. TSM benefits directly from that trend because it manufactures many of the processors used in these systems. As AI workloads become more demanding, chip designers need increasingly advanced manufacturing processes to deliver the required performance. That creates a steady stream of demand for TSM's most advanced production technologies. Another factor supporting the company's long-term outlook is the broader digital transformation taking place across the global economy. Industries ranging from healthcare to finance to manufacturing are adopting data-driven technologies that rely on powerful computing systems. Artificial intelligence plays a major role in this transformation, and the hardware that powers these systems depends heavily on advanced semiconductors. TSM's ability to produce those semiconductors at scale gives the company a unique strategic position. One of the reasons long-term investors pay close attention to TSM is the durability of its competitive advantage. Building a semiconductor foundry capable of producing the most advanced chips requires decades of expertise and enormous financial resources. Even if a competitor decided to invest heavily in this space, catching up with TSM's technological leadership would likely take many years. This kind of structural advantage often leads to strong long-term financial performance. Companies with durable moats can generate consistent demand for their products while maintaining pricing power in specialized markets. TSM has demonstrated this dynamic over time through steady revenue growth and strong profitability. The AI revolution is adding another powerful tailwind to the company's business model. Training large artificial intelligence models requires specialized chips built using cutting-edge semiconductor technology. As the scale of these models continues to grow, the demand for advanced chip manufacturing will likely expand as well. That creates a long runway of opportunity for TSM. Another interesting aspect of the company is the way it serves as a neutral platform for the semiconductor industry. Rather than competing directly with chip designers, TSM focuses on manufacturing. This allows many different technology companies to rely on its facilities to produce their processors. This business model has allowed TSM to build deep relationships with major technology firms while maintaining a dominant position in semiconductor manufacturing. When investors analyze companies positioned to benefit from the growth of artificial intelligence, they often focus on the companies building the software or designing the chips. But the manufacturing layer of the semiconductor industry is just as important. Without advanced fabrication capabilities, even the most sophisticated chip designs cannot become reality. That is why TSM plays such a central role in the AI ecosystem. The global demand for computing power is rising rapidly as artificial intelligence applications expand across industries. That demand ultimately translates into higher demand for semiconductors, which strengthens the long-term outlook for companies like TSM that produce them. As more businesses integrate AI tools into their operations, the infrastructure required to support those systems continues to grow. Data centers expand, processors become more powerful, and semiconductor manufacturing becomes even more critical. TSM stands at the center of that transformation. Now let us move to the third company, which many investors consider the undisputed leader of the AI hardware revolution. NVIDIA, ticker symbol NVDA, has become one of the most influential technology companies in the world. Its graphics processing units have evolved from gaming hardware into the core engines that power modern artificial intelligence systems. Originally designed to handle the complex visual calculations required for video games, GPUs turned out to be perfectly suited for the parallel processing demands of artificial intelligence. Training large AI models requires performing enormous numbers of calculations simultaneously, and GPUs excel at exactly that kind of workload. Over time, NVIDIA recognized this opportunity and aggressively invested in developing software platforms and hardware architectures optimized for AI computing. That strategic shift transformed the company. Today, NVIDIA's processors are widely used in data centers that train and run artificial intelligence models. These chips power everything from language models to recommendation systems to autonomous driving research. The explosion of interest in artificial intelligence has dramatically increased demand for NVIDIA's technology. Technology companies around the world are racing to build larger and more powerful AI systems. Training these systems requires specialized hardware capable of handling immense computational loads. NVIDIA's GPUs have become the preferred platform for many of these workloads. This demand has driven extraordinary growth in the company's data center business. Data center revenue has become the dominant segment of NVIDIA's business as organizations invest heavily in AI infrastructure. The company continues to release new generations of GPUs that deliver significant improvements in performance and efficiency. These innovations allow customers to train more complex AI models and run them at larger scales. But NVIDIA's competitive advantage extends beyond hardware. The company has built a powerful software ecosystem that supports its chips. Developers around the world use NVIDIA's programming platforms to build AI applications and optimize machine learning models. This ecosystem creates a powerful network effect. As more developers build tools and applications around NVIDIA's platform, the value of that platform increases. That makes it more difficult for competitors to attract customers away from NVIDIA's technology. Another reason NVIDIA has become so dominant in the AI market is its focus on end-to-end computing systems. Instead of simply selling chips, the company designs integrated hardware and software solutions that help organizations deploy AI workloads more efficiently. This strategy allows NVIDIA to capture a larger share of the value created by artificial intelligence infrastructure. Financially, the company's growth has been driven by the rapid expansion of AI spending across the technology sector. Data centers around the world are being upgraded with powerful GPU clusters designed to train and run artificial intelligence models. These systems require thousands of advanced processors working together to handle massive computational tasks. NVIDIA has positioned itself as the primary supplier of those processors. The company continues to push the boundaries of computing performance through new GPU architectures and specialized AI chips. These innovations allow customers to build increasingly sophisticated AI systems capable of processing enormous amounts of data. One of the most important factors behind NVIDIA's success is its focus on continuous innovation. The company consistently develops new generations of GPUs that deliver major improvements in performance, efficiency, and scalability. Each generation allows customers to train AI models faster and deploy more advanced applications. In industries where technology evolves quickly, maintaining a strong innovation pipeline is essential. NVIDIA has demonstrated its ability to stay ahead by investing heavily in research and development. Another critical component of NVIDIA's strategy is its deep integration between hardware and software. While the GPUs themselves are extremely powerful, the software ecosystem built around them makes the platform even more valuable. Developers rely on specialized software libraries and development tools to build artificial intelligence applications. NVIDIA's platform allows engineers to optimize their machine learning models to run efficiently on the company's GPUs. Once developers build applications using these tools, switching to a different hardware ecosystem can become extremely difficult. That creates a form of technological lock, and that strengthens NVIDIA's competitive position. This combination of powerful hardware and widely adopted software platforms gives NVIDIA one of the strongest moats in the semiconductor industry. Another factor driving NVIDIA's growth is the massive investment taking place in global data center infrastructure. Technology companies, research institutions, and cloud providers are all investing billions of dollars to build systems capable of handling advanced AI workloads. These investments require large numbers of specialized processors. NVIDIA's GPUs have become the standard for many of these systems because they deliver the performance needed to train and run complex AI models. The growth of generative AI has further accelerated demand for high-performance computing infrastructure. Training large language models, image generation systems, and other AI tools requires enormous computational resources. Organizations building these systems often deploy clusters containing thousands of GPUs connected through high-speed networking technologies. NVIDIA has designed its products specifically for this type of environment. Its processors can work together efficiently within large-scale computing systems, allowing customers to build extremely powerful AI clusters. The company's strategy goes beyond individual chips. NVIDIA increasingly offers full AI computing platforms that integrate processors, networking technology, and software tools. This approach allows customers to deploy AI infrastructure more quickly and efficiently. For investors, the key takeaway is that NVIDIA is not just selling components. It is building an entire ecosystem around artificial intelligence computing. Financially, the surge in demand for AI hardware has translated into significant growth for the company. Revenue from data center products has expanded rapidly as customers invest heavily in GPU-powered computing systems. Many organizations view these investments as critical infrastructure for the future of artificial intelligence. Another reason NVIDIA attracts attention from large investors is its leadership position in a market that is still in the early stages of expansion. Artificial intelligence adoption is accelerating across industries, but the long-term potential of the technology is far from fully realized. As more companies integrate AI into their operations, the demand for advanced computing hardware could continue to grow for many years. NVIDIA's technology is positioned to play a central role in that growth. When analysts examine the broader AI supply chain, they often highlight companies that control key layers of the technology stack. NVIDIA's GPUs represent one of the most important layers because they provide the computational power required for machine learning and data processing. Without high-performance computing hardware, many modern AI systems simply could not exist. Another important element of NVIDIA's strategy is its expansion into adjacent markets connected to artificial intelligence. The company develops technologies related to simulation, robotics, and advanced computing systems that support emerging applications of AI. These initiatives could create additional opportunities for growth over time. For example, digital simulation platforms allow engineers and researchers to test complex systems in virtual environments. Artificial intelligence can analyze these simulations to optimize designs and improve performance. NVIDIA's computing platforms play a critical role in enabling these kinds of advanced applications. Long-term investors often focus on companies that benefit from powerful technological trends. Artificial intelligence represents one of the most significant technological shifts of the modern era. Businesses that supply the infrastructure enabling that shift could experience substantial growth. NVIDIA sits at the center of that infrastructure. When you step back and examine the three companies discussed in this video, an interesting pattern emerges. Advanced Micro Devices provides high-performance processors that power servers and computing systems used in AI workloads. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing produces many of the advanced chips that make modern computing possible. NVIDIA designs specialized processors that handle the massive computational demands of artificial intelligence. Together, these companies represent critical pillars of the global AI ecosystem. Each company occupies a different position within the semiconductor value chain, yet all of them benefit from the same fundamental trend. The world is investing enormous resources into artificial intelligence infrastructure. That investment drives demand for advanced processors, cutting-edge semiconductor manufacturing, and powerful GPU computing platforms. For long-term investors, understanding the businesses that enable major technological transformations can be extremely valuable. Companies with durable competitive advantages in critical technology sectors often benefit from sustained demand as new applications emerge. Artificial intelligence is still evolving, and the systems powering it will likely become even more sophisticated in the coming years. That means the infrastructure supporting those systems will remain essential. Now I would like to hear from you. Which of these companies do you believe has the strongest long-term advantage in the artificial intelligence ecosystem? Do you think the future belongs to companies designing powerful processors like AMD and NVIDIA, or to manufacturing leaders like Taiwan Semiconductor that produce the chips powering the entire industry? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want exclusive stock tips, in-depth analysis, real-time trade alerts, and free investing guides, join the Stocks Galore Patreon today and take your investing game to the next level. Our members get full in-depth analysis on most of the stocks mentioned here. Head over to patreon.com/stocksgalore and become part of our growing community of smart investors. Link is in the description. The artificial intelligence revolution is creating enormous demand for computing power, advanced semiconductors, and specialized processors. Companies that provide these technologies sit at the core of one of the most important economic transformations of the modern era. Advanced micro devices, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, and NVIDIA all occupy strategic positions within this rapidly expanding ecosystem. While no investment is ever guaranteed, businesses with strong technological leadership and durable competitive advantages often play a major role in shaping the future of their industries. For investors who believe artificial intelligence will continue transforming the global economy, understanding the companies building the hardware infrastructure behind that transformation can provide valuable insights. Do not forget to like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you do not miss the next important investing update. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.